On this week's Most Craved.
Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice 2.
The Walking Dead goes to L.A., but nobody walks in L.A.
Where has all the rum gone?
Where's all the rum gonna? Ooh.
Welcome to this week's Most Craved. I'm Jenna Busch from Legion of Leia.
I'm Silas Lesnick with ComingSoon.net.
And I'm William Bibbiani with CraveOnline. Hey.
First up this week, we're talking about some exciting news coming from Tim Burton. Beetlejuice sequel is on the way after 26 years. He says that soon he'll begin talking with Michael Keaton and once Winona Ryder back as well. We're going to talk about, is it too late for this?
No.
Well, here's my thing. Has there ever been a sequel to a nostalgia property that came out decades after the fact that has been really, really, really good?
Sure.
Okay.
Color of Money.
Okay. Has there
that's
been
true,
one
that's
that
true.
wasn't directed by Martin freaking Scorsese?
I mean, like I like Superman Returns. I like Tron Legacy. Like I don't think that the idea of doing it is a problem.
So
I don't have a problem with it at all. I mean, I loved this movie. You'd think it would be. It's like a beloved childhood property that I should probably be pissed about, but I loved it so much. And if it's them coming back, I am fine with this.
Well, we were teased for so long with Beetlejuice Goes Hawaiian
Oh,
that I think
no.
we're all ready. We're all ready for a Beetlejuice sequel.
Yeah, not in Hawaii.
Now, what's wrong with Hawaii? What do you have against Hawaii? It's the Sunshine State, I think.
Did you ever read the synopsis for it? No, that's California. We're in that right
Never
now.
mind. Okay, fine. It's
actually-
a great state, though. I've been there.
I like the idea of Beetlejuice Goes Hawaiian, which was the old script that was going to be made after the original Beetlejuice, just because it's so odd.
It is.
Yeah.
It is odd.
It was always an odd premise, though. I mean, that was the thing about Beetlejuice that I think we all loved, was that it was so inventive and it was so strange, and there really wasn't anything quite like it in a lot of different levels. I mean, just putting Harry Belafonte in like a ghost story in the first place is so strange. That I'm just worried that if we're going to go back to it, there's going to be this level of reverence that we tack on to a lot of our nostalgia sequels like Tron Legacy, where we have to take it all so seriously, we have to keep going back to everything we saw in the original, that it's not going to feel fresh and it's just going to feel like a cash grab. And that's the last thing I want.
I don't know that they would do that. Although we were actually talking before the show about whether or not they would update the makeup or they would keep it like this, or I don't know. I mean, I think also it's Michael Keaton. So if Michael Keaton's going to do it, if he's going to do it, I totally. Have you seen Birdman? I will.
Here's the thing.
I buy it.
He's got all the goodwill back from Birdman. And Birdman's a fun movie. I
Yeah.
think you should all see it. But I'm just worried. I want him to pick the right project after that. Because I don't want him to be like, oh yeah, he could be the sidekick in the new McBain movie, or he can make the flabtraption of Colonel Husband V. Huffnagle.
I
I
would
would
see
say
that.
it's not even just Birdman, though. I mean, for the past few years, we've been seeing Michael Keaton in a lot of
Yeah.
really great projects.
Yeah.
Including Toy Story 3. It was an
Yes.
incredible
Yeah.
turn for him.
Oh, that was
And
amazing.
also this year we saw him.
Yes.
I'm sorry, I'm thinking the wrong film.
Oh, well, never mind that.
We did not see
No,
it.
but Michael Keaton is one of those guys that it's really hard to not like Michael Keaton.
Yeah.
And if he wants to play
Sure.
Beetlejuice, more power to him.
I will
Fair
watch him
enough.
play Beetlejuice, and if Winona Ryder comes back, that's also awesome. Really, this is one of the few times that I hear about a sequel that I'm excited.
All right. Well, fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah. Okay. So next thing, speaking of sequels and soft reboots, Pirates of the Caribbean, the next one. Orlando Bloom was talking about this, and he said that he thought this would be a reboot of sorts that might center around his character and his character's son, and he's Davy Jones now, and all of that. And Javier Bardem, as we know, is going to be the new villain. And we're going to get Jeffrey Rush back and Johnny Depp. So I don't know how we would call this a reboot.
All of that sounds terrible. And here's why.
Yeah.
Was Orlando Bloom anyone's favorite part of Pirates of the Caribbean 1, 2, or 3?
He is one of my favorite parts of other movies.
Sure, fine, but we're not
those.
making those
Not
movies.
those, no.
I think we all bid him adieu in the third Pirates of the Caribbean movie. We were like, good riddance, move on. But I don't know. Maybe I'm being a dick. I like the first Pirates of the Caribbean movie a lot. I think the sequels are all various shades of bad. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I'm not. Well, first, I just want to say, like, it doesn't sound like a reboot if you're going to have all the same people back.
right.
And
Can I throw out that it's one of the things that is very strange because everybody has a different definition of what a reboot
Yeah.
is. And there's no steadfast definition just because
Right.
it's a term that's been evolving. What Orlando Bloom seems to mean by saying reboot is, oh, they're trying to do different characters. They're trying to go in a different direction.
Right.
Yeah.
that isn't the way I think of a reboot. On the flip side, when Paul Feig says he's rebooting Ghostbusters, it sounds like he means, oh, this has absolutely no connection to
Right,
Ghostbusters.
except for ghosts.
So they're very different things. Reboot is just a term that gets thrown around.
Well, it sounds like
Yeah.
they're trying to redirect the franchise. And something else that Jerry Bruckheimer said a few months ago was that the new Pirates of the Caribbean movie might not even have elements of the supernatural. Now, if Orlando Bloom is in it, then yeah, okay, fine. He's Davy Jones now. It doesn't quite play.
Right.
But I was excited about that. I was excited about the idea. Let's just do a goddamn pirate movie. That's what I wanted in the first place.
I like pirates. I'm on board for that.
Yeah. Like Master and Commander all the way.
Oh.
Yes. And I'm going to awkwardly segue into The Walking Dead. Now, they've been teasing us with a spin-off of The Walking Dead for a while now. And now we actually found out more about it. It's going to take place in Los Angeles just at the start of the zombie apocalypse. It's going to star Cliff Curtis, great actor, as a divorced teacher. Thank God we know he's divorced.
Very
and
important.
there's also going to be a female guidance counselor, and I presume they're going to fight zombies.
I'm guessing. It's interesting that this might take place in a different time. Like this might be early in the epidemic. This might be later. We're not really sure. I've always sort of wanted to know what was happening in other cities. So I'm totally cool with this. LA seems like an odd choice, but all right.
LA, I think is a lot of fun. There's a lot of iconography you can use there. You can stick around in LA.
You can also go a very, very meta angle and sort of talk about The Walking Dead as a television show and its own popularity. I've never seen, and it seems like an obvious thing for a zombie movie, a studio lot being fortified against zombies.
Especially if it's like a movie studio lot, like the kind you see in the movies that you've never seen in real life, where there's just guys in Spartan costumes drinking coffee while can girls are rehearsing behind them, and they're all zombies. That would actually be a lot of fun.
I would probably watch that.
Yeah.
But I'm actually excited to see this. I sort of fell off of the original series a little bit, but something new to sort of give it some fresh blood. I'm on.
Yeah, it lost its momentum. That was my thing with The Walking Dead. I hear the new season's great,
Yeah.
but I dropped off because last season was so boring. So, we put it in a different environment, different characters, and I think the intensity will be there because we'll see it as it began. The first Walking Dead series skipped over that part.
Right.
And I think you could even milk that and not have the zombie apocalypse hit even in the first season, just have it be about that first month when everything was crazy and weird. That would be the part I'd like to see. Anyway.
Yeah.
I'm also just really enjoying all this shared universe stuff, and I like that. Like you have a DC universe on maybe multiple DC universes on television. You see with Agent Carter about to come on, you're going to go back in time to Marvel's history. Right. I'm happy to do that with Walking Dead.
The Flash versus zombies.
Yeah. Oh, one quick thing. I wonder if there's a possibility this is like where the actual epidemic started, not just like, oh, hey, we're starting to see it pop up, but like the science.
Yeah, I think if anything was going to destroy the world, it'd probably start in Los Angeles.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, on that note, thanks for joining us. Make sure you come back next week and follow us on Twitter @MostCraved.